Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome to our first day of our month of mods extravaganza. And the first mod I'm going to show you is a mod for Medieval 2 Total War. This mod is called Hyrule Total War, and I'm assuming you can tell by the title, it's based on the Zelda universe, and it's quite a doozy of a mod. The mod is pretty fully featured. It does have a campaign aspect to it, however at the startup screen it'll remind you that it is horribly incomplete. But that being said, it's still a lot of fun to check out his custom map that he's created, his custom cities that's supposed to roughly represent the world of Hyrule, where the factions start off, who they're fighting against, and so on and so forth. So exploring that aspect is still a lot of fun, and if you're a Zelda fan, you know, you can geek out over it for quite some time. But when it comes to geeking out, the main meat and potatoes of this mod has to be the skirmish mode. So once you open up your skirmish mode or your custom battle mode or whatever it is you want to call it, you're greeted with a choice of 19 different factions, all of which come from the Zelda universe. Some of them are pretty predominant, however others are obscure and random. The predominant ones sort of include your Hylians and your Gorons and your Zoras. However, you've got a choice of like Deku Scrubs and Gomas and Fairies and, you know, Stalfos and just anything from the Zelda universe that you can imagine. It's in this game. And the sheer variety of these units is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. There are endless combinations that I could list to give you an idea of the sheer variety of the types of combat matchups you can conceive within this game, but one of the favorite things I've done while screwing around with this game, or mod more rather, is I took a giant glob of fairies and had them fight a giant glob of re-dead zombies, and it was probably the most ludicrous yet awesome battle I'd ever seen in my life. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Have you ever wanted to see the Gorons take on the Zoras? Well, now you can. But speaking of the Gorons, you'd probably much rather watch them punch out little Kokiri children. Well, you can do that too. Have you ever wanted to see the Deku Scrubs go up against a giant army of Lizalfos? Well, now you can. The sheer possibilities which you can conceive are just mind-boggling. And if you're a Zelda fan, that's the great joy of this mod, is just geeking out over the potential combinations that you can match up. And once the campaign really gets off and running, then that'll make it even more satisfying. Building up a giant army of Deku Scrubs to march on Hyrule Castle and exterminate the population and slaughter all those in their path is a really appealing mental image. But even if you're not a Zelda fan, I'm sure you've had the urge to watch a giant skeleton monster step on hordes of scantily clad women, because we've all had that urge, and now you can finally fulfill it with Hyrule Total War. So I recommend this mod to people who aren't Zelda fans just for its sheer variety and absurdity. But if you are a Zelda fan, you're going to be spending a ton of time thinking, wow, I can't believe he remembered to put that into the game. And it's going to make all these crazy matchups and all these crazy battles just mean a whole lot more to you. And that'll make it a whole lot more enjoyable. So, I hope you've enjoyed this first video of our month of mods. We've got 29 more to go. And until tomorrow, this has been Joseph Vizronavastalin, signing off for now, and I'll see you guys next time. No, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Have you ever wanted to see the Zorons? Not the Zorons, what the fuck am I talking about?